terrorist organization is suing a Texas school district. This is Monday, June 22nd, 2026.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Thanks for making the Texas Minute part of your Monday. The State Board of Education is meeting this week to set new social studies standards and adopt a new school reading list. More on that coming up. A federal civil rights lawsuit has been filed against the Fort Worth Independent School District. At issue is the district's decision to reassign a newly promoted high school principal after parents and community members raised alarms about her pro-Palestinian and pro-Sharia media activity. Back in May, Fort Worth ISD announced that longtime district administrator Shimei Al-Zubi had been promoted to serve as principal of Western Hills High School for the upcoming school year. Shortly after, conservative activists circulated screenshots of posts from Al-Zubi's personal social media in which she took far-left positions. As online controversy escalated, the district reassigned her pending an investigation into whether her posts aligned with the district's staff social media policies. Last week, the Council on American Islamic Relations filed a lawsuit on Al-Zubi's behalf. CARE has been designated as a foreign terrorist organization under Texas law. The CARE lawsuit wants a federal judge to order Fort Worth ISD to reinstall Al-Zubi as the school principal. Republican U.S. Representative Pat Fallon of Texas has introduced legislation that would prohibit federal funding for higher education institutions in the United States that partner with the Chinese Communist Party. The legislation is H.R. 9123. It would prohibit intelligence community support for any higher education institution that participates in a series of relationships with entities tied to China. Those range from Confucius Institutes to institutions tied to the Chinese military, defense industry, or intelligence services. A federal district judge has blocked Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton's lawsuit against ActBlue, calling it, quote, retaliatory. Paxton had sued the Democratic fundraising platform in April, claiming it misled consumers and enabled fraudulent and potentially illegal political donations. Since its founding in 2004, ActBlue has processed more than $16 billion in donations and serves as a central fundraising tool for Democrat candidates and causes. Paxton's lawsuit had accused ActBlue of violating the Texas Deceptive Trade Practices Act by falsely claiming it had implemented safeguards to prevent unlawful contributions, including those from foreign nationals, while continuing to allow payment methods that can obscure donor identity. The federal judge in Massachusetts, where the case was filed, decided the lawsuit arose in response to ActBlue opposing Paxton's Senate campaign, despite acknowledging the Attorney General's investigation had begun in 2023. Paxton has appealed the decision to the U.S. First Circuit Court of Appeals. The Texas Minute will be right back.
News and analysis on what's happening in Texas. End your day with daily headlines from Texas Scorecard. Every day at 5 p.m., join me, Brandon Waltons, as we recap the biggest stories of the day and talk about why they matter to you. From the state capitol to town hall, there's no shortage of events happening. Keep up with it all. Watch and subscribe to Daily Headlines from Texas Scorecard.
The State Board of Education is meeting this week to consider last-minute changes on a required list of literary works for students, as well as revisions to the social studies standards. Matthew McCormick of the Texas Public Policy Foundation said the new list of books will support literacy and academic development. The readings include books about American heroes, Bible passages, and similar stories. Critics have said the list doesn't include enough diversity. The board is also expected to give final approval to revise social studies standards. Supporters say the proposed standards place greater emphasis on both U.S. and Texas history and help coherence by teaching chronologically. The SBOE meeting begins today and runs through Friday. You can keep up with this story as it develops and track the rest of the news impacting the Lone Star State by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Sydney Henry, Adam Kahn, Travis Morgan, and Mary Berg. Our producer is Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now, go make it a great day.